Naturally, Jinny rushes to the opera to confront Seadown since she is frantic to find Freddie. Guy follows along as well, but when the shit starts, he disappears. And shit goes down, boy. All of this is a trap. Seadown begins shouting for assistance from his box, portraying Jinny as the insane, irate, and aggressive woman he claimed she was. She is taken to an insane asylum by his thugs, who are ready to seize her. Nan and the other women simply see all of this from the other side of the theater, adding it to the episode's list of perplexing decisions and another illustration of awful plotters. They don't even try to rush to Seadown and Jinny to try to stop him from removing her. Ladies, let's have a little of that battle we were about. This could be at least a whole episode, which is why the entire Jinny in the insane asylum portion of the episode is so crazy. Let's create some tension here. Even if what does happen is extremely terrifying, it all happens so quickly. Seadown is still attempting to deceive Jinny into believing that she is ill and in need of medical attention, and that he will save her. He tries to persuade her that no one has come for her after forbidding her from seeing other guests. The doctors give her a medication. He tortures Jinny by keeping Freddie and the nanny outside the window, but only letting her see her kid for a few fleeting moments. It is incredibly evil. Barney Fishwick, who played a soft-spoken monster so convincingly. Once more, I must inquire, where is Theo? With Guy by her side, Nan is rushing around obtaining court orders. When we could most definitely use Theo and his Duke power, where is he? Jinny takes matters into her own hands since no one is there to save her. This has been a bad idea in the past, and it isn't much different now. Nevertheless, Jinny is adamant about doing everything within her power to live with her child. She currently has to give in to Seadown's small-time manipulation. She thanks him for helping her recover, and at least this time we know she's acting like she's falling for his act. That's growth. She draws a line, however, when they come home and he keeps limiting her time with their son and tries to convince her that they are a family, in love, and that no one else cares. She will never love him, but she won't flee. How does our resident psychopath feel about that, in your opinion? You're correct if you said, not well, he'll probably lock her up in her room. Seadown has Jinny as a prisoner. Around this time, Richard, the eldest son, is pulled aside by the Dowager Brightlingsea, who has learned of her son's behavior, to say, "Oops, my bad." She begs Richard to make things right by telling him where his sibling is. Richard is a good dude, so of course he races home to tell everyone where Seadown, Jinny, and Freddie are, and he and Honoria decide to go there together to try and save Jinny and the baby from their brother. Seadown will realize he's being duped if they don't travel alone. Once more, I wish there had been a little more foresight in this situation's planning. The justification for going alone is sound, but it is insane to not have backup in a second carriage with a few people to assist in case something goes wrong, hidden away from Seadown's view. It goes very, very sideways, of course. Honoria and Richard get along well together, diverting Seadown's attention long enough for Honoria to stealthily go look for Jinny. Still confined to her chamber, Jinny pleads with Honoria to save Freddie. Richard helps Honoria retrieve the infant and leave the house without anyone noticing. Freddie is safe, so she dashes home. I'll never understand why they don't send additional personnel to assist Richard at this time. Richard, it turns out, is in dire need of it. When Seadown discovers that Honoria must have taken the baby, he loses it. With a single blow, Richard knocks him out, great, breaks down Jinny's door, great, and tries to get her to flee the house as quickly as possible. This is why you need a backup carriage, people. Regretfully, Seadown has regained consciousness and is now armed. As the brothers fight, Richard yells for Jinny to flee. Even though Seadown still has the gun, Richard appears to be able to calm him down.